Yo, guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the Action Podcast, the best podcast in the world. It's me, Layton. Today we have a special guest. Shirley Mutevuie is a 21-year-old young woman, young Mozambican woman who started working out at age 13 because she wanted to change her body. She was unhappy with the fact that she was gaining weight and it affected her confidence. She embraced her fitness journey and never looked back. Today, not only is she a fitness content creator and a coach in the field of high performance and productivity, but she's also a university student in the Netherlands, majoring in civil engineering at HZ, University of Applied Sciences. On top of that, she's the founder of Youth Meraki, which aims to empower the youth, and is also a founder of MyBest by Shirley Mutevuie, which aims to help women to achieve their potential. Shirley, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Oh my God. You were singing, I was like, is that me? Really?
Yeah, that's really you. That's really
thank you. Thank you so much for the beautiful introduction, Layton.
No worries.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you for accepting the invitation.
Of course.
Like we were speaking on camera, it's been a long time coming.
Yes.
We've been planning this for ages.
Yes.
And you're finally in the country, in Maputo.
Mm-hmm.
And thankfully we're recording now.
Yes. Thank you. Hey, guys. Thank you for having me.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
I'm feeling fresh. It's nice to be home.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I feel good.
What does it feel like being the person that is on the other side of the being
Exactly,
a guest?
you
'Cause
know,
you're usually
like
the host,
the whole
right?
process of you like asking me to send this and send that and tell this and tell that. I was like, oh my God, I'm not used to this.
Okay.
But yeah, it feels good. I mean, yeah, it feels good,
Okay.
to be on the other side, to not actually have to think about questions because I know the work that you have to do.
Yeah,
It's torturous.
Okay.
But it's good. So yeah, it feels good.
Some people listening might not understand what we're talking about exactly. We're gonna get into Youth Meraki,
Yes,
but can you briefly
definitely.
explain what it is that you do in Youth Meraki and why it may feel strange for you being a guest?
Okay, so let's talk about that part specifically, right? So we're definitely gonna get a little deeper into it. But Youth Meraki is basically an organization that aims to empower youth to achieve their goals and to grow as great individuals in their society, right? Yeah. So lately, since last year, May 2022, right, we've been doing a series called Study Overseas, which is now a podcast, right? It became a podcast, but it was just a series of life when we started. But now it's a podcast in which I interview Mozambican students who are doing university abroad to know about their experiences and how they got there, like how they applied, how they found the school, and how's the life out there, and basically to bring that information to other prospect students, like people who are aspired to go abroad. So I interview them.
Okay.
And that's
So-
why I'm usually the interviewer. I'm usually the one coordinating, like, which questions am I going to ask? What is your experience? So to have you ask me that, it was like, okay.
Right. It's
Do your work. Do your job.
It's a bit different, isn't it?
Exactly. But it's
Okay.
nice.
We're gonna get deeper into it, but just final question before we go
Of
to the beginning,
course.
right?
Yes.
How do you
No
normally-
question before the beginning.
Exactly. How do you normally prepare for those interviews? Like, do you ask them questions like I asked you, or?
Actually, no. For study overseas, we have some prepared questions, like questions that I made before by like doing research and understanding what the public needs, so I made some questions that I basically asked to all the students.
Okay.
It's like all of them get the same basic questions, even like when like some of them ask me to send the questions beforehand because some just do not need that, right? But the ones that ask me to send the questions beforehand, like that's the question I send to everybody, right? But during the interview, because I like it a bit spontaneous. Like during the interview, I may ask some specific questions. Of course, I'll ask you like, which major are you doing? Which country, city are you in? And then from those questions, like the basic questions that I have, allow me to go deeper if I need to. So yeah, that's how it is.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
essentially, you ask them the same questions.
Exactly. Yes.
And during the conversation, you may innovate.
Exactly.
And that's
and like every question, I mean not every question, but every interview goes differently because people are different. What they share is different. So what I ask is different. Yeah, but those are the basic questions. So we tackle into one question, and then if I have one question inside that question, I ask you the question, and then we go to the next one.
Okay.
So yeah, that's basically how it goes.
What was your upbringing like?
My upbringing
Yeah, as a child,
as a
growing
child.
up.
Damn, that's a good.
It's deep, isn't it?
That's a deep question. I didn't know we were doing therapy.
Definitely.
Okay.
Today's a therapy day. You better keep that in mind.
My upbringing, it was so happy. Like, I'm so grateful for the family hold I grew in. And that's something I always tell my parents. Shout out mom and dad. I love y'all. Like, for real, I grew up in such a healthy family in terms of I had great parents, like parents who were present, parents who actually showed me they cared about me, and they always did the best to give me the best experiences in life. So I'm not gonna lie, I had a very beautiful childhood, and I have siblings. I'm the oldest of two. So most of my childhood was spent with my sister Aline, the one that follows me. So we had a beautiful childhood. Like, we are 4 years apart, so we grew together. We grew together. We played a lot, watched TVs. Like Disney Channel. We love Sextas, and then playing a little bit outside. And having that family environment, like I'm very close to my family. Not only like my nuclear family, but my parents always made sure I was exposed to all the other family, like my aunties, cousins. So I grew up in a very family,
Right.
So yeah, that was basically it. Like most of it. Like, talking about me, I've always been a very calm child. I was always the calm one. I wasn't a troublemaker. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I wasn't a troublemaker. I was always in my corner, and always like good grades. Like I was that easy child, I might say.
Like, easy to deal with.
Yes, that was very easy to deal with. I sometimes I even tell my parents, I was like, I think y'all started experiencing parenting with my siblings because it was just like so smooth. But of course it's not like that. Like, every child is different, right? But yeah, that was basically it. It was a happy childhood. Yeah, it was a happy childhood.
It sounds like your family was has always been united.
Yes, thankfully.
Okay.
Yes.
And certainly that has had positive effects on you.
Definitely.
Right.
Yes.
What did you enjoy doing as a calm child back then?
As a calm child, okay. I enjoyed playing. I really enjoyed playing.
Playing what?
Playing what? Okay, before my sister came, I was the child that played outside. Like I played outside my house with my friends. So like, we'd play with sand because I didn't grow in town, like in Maputo City. I always lived like places like Zimpetu and Maracuende and stuff like that. So like always on the other side, right? So I grew up playing a lot with sand. We would play all the, what are the names of those games? Like Mata, Morta Todos, and that thing that you have a bottle, you put some sand and then you take it out. I don't remember the name of the game.
I don't know the name either.
But yeah, that was basically it. And then I played like P. Johnson and Maflex, all of that, Matokozana. I did that, I still got to do that. Yeah. But then my sister came, right? And when my sister was born, I stopped playing outside a lot. Like I'd play indoors with her.
And why is that?
Huh?
Oh, because she couldn't get outside.
Yeah, she couldn't get outside yet. Okay. So I was like, ooh, I have a sister now. So I got to be indoors a little bit more. So we always had like, my parents like houses that have gardens, like big gardens. My parents are like big garden people. So we would always have like that big garden. And we would play there, like we would cook. We would pretend we were cooking, of course. We had dolls. We loved being mothers and doing all that stuff. And, of course, lots of TV, too. I didn't watch much. I mean, I watched, but not too much. I played a lot, and I watched TV. And that was it, TV, Disney Channel was the place for me. Every day. after I was done with everything. Like during the week, especially because I had school and I'd come back home like, I don't know, 4 o'clock. And then it's just like, take a bath, have dinner, and then some TV and then go to sleep. Of
Okay.
course, homework sometimes.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. But yeah, that was basically me as a child. I also loved singing, like pretend singing, like pretend I was a singer. I always loved singing. So I'd play a lot with that too.
Okay.
And yeah, that's what I liked doing.
And you got into working out because you started gaining weight.
Yes.
Okay. And what was there like a cause behind that?
I mean, I was growing, as a girl, you're growing, hormones changing.
Right.
You're growing, and like, as you grow, like the more you grow, the more you gotta take care of yourself, right? Like the way you used to eat when you were 10 years old and you would run the whole day and stuff like that. It's not the same way you will eat when you're like 13, 14 years old and you do not do much activities as you used to when you were younger, right?
Okay.
So I think that was basically it. Also, like my lifestyle changed a little bit, like my routine, because I started studying at Willow, right? And Willow, we have lunch. We have lunch at school. So, like, basically, that was the time, like, I had never had lunch at school before going to Willow. And so I wasn't really used to that. So I didn't know how to measure quantities, like simple things like that, like you would go there, they would serve, and then you would repeat and stuff like that. So basically, I didn't control my nutrition as much, especially at school, because at home my parents were there and they would control, but like at school it was just me, so I didn't really take care of that. So that's when it started.
Okay.
And because I've always liked to take care of myself at some point, and I've always been like a very sporty kid, like I love sports, always did it, dance, so I did basket at some point, but like I loved everything that had to do with sports. So like at that time I was like, oh, what's happening?
Right,
and I didn't really know what was happening, like I didn't know that, cause effect thing. So yeah, that was the time when it all started. I started feeling like I started gaining weight for sure because I didn't take care of my nutrition as much. And
as well as the fact that you practice less physical activity, right? Or did that not change?
I mean, yes, I didn't do much. I mean, we had physical education at school, but it was just like, I don't know, once or twice a week.
Okay.
That wasn't enough for the food intake.
Right.
Like now I understand the amount of calories did not match the amount of calories that were burned, like the intake and yeah. So basically that's what started happening, right? So I started gaining weight. And I felt uncomfortable. I felt uncomfortable. I didn't like it, especially because I grew up in a fitness household. Like, my mother has always been like a fitness person, So I grew up in that environment, and for me, that was the normal. So I started feeling like I was not fitting in at some point, So, I started feeling uncomfortable. And my mother noticed it because we would get, for example, in the dinner table, it's time to eat. And I wouldn't eat. I'd be like, no, I'm not eating rice today. Or like, it's breakfast. No, I'm not eating bread today. And my mother was like, what's going on? I was like, I don't want to gain weight. Because I didn't really know how things work, and I believe that's how many people see fitness nowadays as restriction. Like, okay, I want to lose weight, so I'm not going to eat. And that's not how it is, but that's how I thought at the time, right? So my mother started noticing that behavior, and she was like, something is wrong with this girl, She would even tell me like, no, we just need to reduce quantities, Like, you don't need to eat 2 plates of food. You just need 1, She started telling me all of that, but like, my victim mindset was just like, no, I just don't want to eat, like I don't want to do none of this. Yeah. And so my mother, like, seeing me that way, she was like, okay, I need to find a solution for this. And she's the one who invited me to start going to the gym, because she saw that, bro, this is gonna get chronic. I don't know, like, I'm gonna start having problems, like real problems. And so she was like, okay, let's get this girl to the gym. At the time I was 13. I was 13 years old. And one of these days, I was talking to her, like, after all that drama, I'm just trying to put it in a nutshell, but it was a long process, right? But, like, after all that drama and stuff, she was like, do you want to start going to the gym with me? At 5 a.m., mind you. Like, at 5 a.m., yeah.
That's a very important detail.
Yes, it's a very important detail. And, like, I immediately say, yes. Like, of course, let's do it. Let's go. I'm down, And she was like, okay, so you're going with me every day. We leave home at 4:30, so we get to the gym at 5, And I was like, let's do it. Like, something about me, like, when I want something, I do what it takes,
Right.
I didn't care. So I was like, okay.
It was a sacrifice at the time.
Exactly. It was a sacrifice. It definitely was. Because my routine from that time on, it was like, okay, I'd wake up at 4, get ready, leave home like 4:20, 4:30, get to the gym at 5, work out until 6, get ready, and go to school. So I could get to school like at 7, 7:30.
Right.
That was my routine. Like, my whole Willow journey was that way. I started doing that, And so, like, in the beginning, so yeah, that was basically it, right? My mother invited me. I was like, I'm down. So we started going, That's basically how it went. And then we started going. And, like, in the beginning, when I started, I was 13 years old. And because I went there at 5 a.m., I would literally work out with people that were the age of my mother, like aunties and uncles, right? So I was the youngest in the gym, literally, like in the whole gym. I was the youngest. So, like, in the beginning, there were even some rumors, because the people were like to my mother, like, why are you bringing your daughter? She's so young, 5 a.m. She needs to go to school. And she's starting to work out so early. Is she gonna grow? Like, all those myths,
right.
And like, what my mother did is she asked me, like, she told me what was happening. And she asked me, she was like, do you really want to do this? Like, are you okay with doing this? And I was like, yes, I want to do this. And I'm okay with doing this. I don't mind waking up at 4. I don't mind having to be the youngest person in this room. I don't mind it. So she was like, then that's fine. We don't care what other people say. We do what we got to do. And that was it. She held my hand. And from there on, it was just like that. I started going to the gym. And I grew up in the gym, always being the youngest.
Right.
Yeah, always being the youngest. And that was about it.
You got accustomed to that over time.
Yes. I got accustomed in the first day. like, I didn't
really, is that right?
I really enjoyed it.
Was it not a shock, the fact that you didn't train before, and you started training? Was it not a...
It wasn't a shock because, as I told you, I've always been a sporty kid.
Oh, okay.
So sports, like working out, physical activities, physical education has always been my groove, So it didn't feel like a shock. It felt fun. I was having fun.
Okay.
Because, like, when I started, I wasn't doing, like, how do you call it?
Weight training.
I forgot. Yes, I wasn't doing, like, strength training. Exactly, strength training. I wasn't doing it. I would do things like...
Dance?
There was this specific thing. It's called Strong by Zumba. Strong.
Is it like the riding the bicycle?
No, that's spinning.
Okay.
Strong by Zumba is like dance, but it's dance. It's a workout dance. It's not just like Zumba in which you dance. It's like a workout dance. Like, during the whole thing, you do squats, you do push-ups, you do a lot of exercises, but it's all with your own body weight, right? And you dance. So it's a lot of fun. So you kick and stuff like that. So I started doing that, and I loved it. Like, I had so much fun.
And that explains all your intros to your lives when you were working out, the whole dancing. That explains a lot.
Right? Exactly. But it's always because it's always been that way, and I was good with that. That's the only thing I did when I started. My mother was like, okay, you're not going to do anything that has to do with weights. I didn't use any machines, no weights, nor nothing. I knew that I would go at 5 and I would go do strong. I think we had strong, and then there was this other thing like step. Have you heard about step?
No.
In which you have like a small step, literally, and then you dance on it and stuff like that. Like, yeah, some people might know it, but like I would do that. So I would have fun later. Like I was enjoying myself. So I was like, I'm not stopping this. I don't care what they say.
Okay.
And like over time, they got used to it. You know, they got used to having me, and like till this day, I call them all like auntie and uncle. You know, like because they were my mother's age. They were my mother's friends,
You
right?
became a family in that environment, right?
Exactly. You know, like they knew I was basically like their daughter, like for all of them, because I was the youngest there. And yeah, that's how it was. They got used. They loved it too, because yeah, I mean, I'm very energetic, you know, so I'd always bring the vibe too.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yes.
Now, over time, fast forward to 2020, you started posting training videos, right? Now, you became this person that encouraged training, right?
That way?
Encouraged training, right? As kind of like as a coach. What is the importance of training?
What is the importance of training? Well, training, working out.
Right?
Working out. Okay. Let me tell you guys. Should I look at the camera?
Yeah, that's the angle right there.
Okay, like so many people work out for the look.
Sorry, you can look at the camera or me.
Or you. Yes, yeah, but I know that when I look at the cameras, they see me. Like sometimes I want to do eye contact.
That's
I
cool.
like
That's
that.
fine. That's the camera right there. You like eye contact, huh?
But yeah, I was telling you that like so many people work out for looks. Like let me talk to you about girls specifically, because that's what I work mostly with girls.
Your target audience.
Yes. So like you see so many girls that work for looks, you know. Like even when I started, it was for the confidence, and then it became for the looks, you know, just to look good, to look hot, you know. You want the squats, so you know, the booties.
Right.
but like over time, I came to understand that working out is something we need to do, because that's our natural tendency as human beings. Like if you go back to history, Leighton, like if you look at the very first human beings that ever existed on Earth, right? You know, when we talk about the people who didn't know what it was to do agriculture, people who didn't know what it was to have food in their fridge and stuff, they would wake up every day for what? To go get food, right? They go hunting. They go for like fruit collection or recollection. I don't know. They would like walk from place to place to find their home. So like that's a natural tendency for us human beings. That's how we are supposed to live.
In movement,
exactly. But like over time, of course, you know, like world advanced and stuff like that, and we stopped moving. But like one question I usually ask is, if you look at your body, you know, like just do a scan in your body. Your heart is pumping 24/7. Your lungs are working 24/7. Your liver is working 24/7. Your brain is working 24/7. Why will you not be working? Why will you be sitting, not moving? Don't you see you're going against the natural tendency of your body? And then you expect to be healthy, and then you expect to live long without actually helping your body live. You know, so working out is not something you do because you want to. It's something you do because you need to and you have to.
Okay.
You know, so working out is important for you to live, and that's it. You know,
and for the people who may not know, what are some of the benefits of training and working out?
Of working out, of course. I mean, first things
apart
first.
from the looks and the
yes,
booty,
of
right?
course. I mean, I'm not telling you shouldn't care about that, because we definitely do.
Okay.
You know, you want to look in the mirror and feel good about what you see.
Yeah.
and that comes as a result.
Okay.
Because that comes as a result of your health. A healthy body will look good, you know. But like apart from that, first you live longer. You live longer because when you work out, there are certain things, certain hormones in your body that are only processed and created when you actually put your body into work physical exercise. You need to move. You know, there are certain processes that only happen when you work out, when you give your brain the message that you're moving, you know, that you're following the natural tendency of your body, you know. So it definitely helps you live longer. It makes you, it gives you a good mood, bro. It makes you happier. Like, let me tell you, like, even people who don't, for example, don't like to go to the gym. Like, let me ask you, whenever you go to the gym, even when you're not feeling like it, how do you feel after a workout? Do you ever feel bad after a workout?
Like,
Do you ever feel bad, like, this workout was so bad?
or I
Like,
wish I hadn't
okay,
done
of
it.
course, exactly. Of course, you feel tired and stuff, but you usually feel energetic. You feel good. You feel like, even if you were in a bad mood, like, some people work out to relieve stress. And it definitely helps you relieve stress. I usually tell people, like, if you're feeling like with low energy, if you're feeling kind of, I don't know, kind of low, kind of tired, instead of sleeping in, just go out for a jog, just go out for a run. You're going to see that your mood is literally going to, you know, it's going to upgrade instantaneously, like, literally. So, like, it helps you with your mood. It helps you with everything, like all the processes in your body. Your metabolism definitely gets better, you know. You digest better, you process better, you know. It helps you with your brains, because if you work out, your body, your blood starts flowing even more, even better, you know. So certain parts of your body that couldn't get blood that easily now get that easily. So everything works better when you work out, you know, because again, you follow the natural tendency of your body. You work in harmony with your body. And when you do not, you're literally like, your body's going forward and you're going backward. So it's like, it's a friction. And that's why you have all the problems, all the diseases, all the health problems, all the mental problems. Sometimes it's because of lack of movement. Most of the times, you know, it's not that deep sometimes. So yeah.
Now, there are obviously many health benefits to working out, and it's something that a lot of people are aware of. Some are not. In your experience, based on your feedback, what are some of the reasons people do not work out and improve their health?
Okay, next question.
Thank you.
According to my experience, people do not work out because they have a lot of excuses. What am I say? Like, the best answer is people don't work out because they don't want to.
Okay, so you're being this direct. This is very good.
Yeah, they do not want to. And like, because they do not want to, they make up a lot of excuses. So now let me tell you about their excuses.
How can one not want to improve their health?
It's not like they do not want to improve their health, but they do not want to do what it takes to improve their health.
Which is what?
Which is work out in this case, which is eat healthy. You know, because like all these good things, they require some sacrifice from your side. It's not comfortable. It's not the easiest thing to do. Like, it's not convenient, you know. And people love convenience. People love comfort. People love what is easy. But you know, my question is it easier for you to be sick? Is it easier for your body to degenerate? Is it easier to not live longer? Is it easier not to have energy just because you do not want to take that hour to work out and to feel some momentaneous pain? You know, I don't know if that word exists, but okay.
Sure, we got the message. We got the message.
But yeah, like, what's easy now might not be easy in the long term. So like,
even easier
exactly,
to deal with, possibly.
exactly. Like, people love short-term pleasure. You know, people love to feel the pleasure in the now. They do not think about the future. They do not think about the future benefits or not, right? Or the future consequences of their actions. But like, let me go to the excuses. Many people say they don't have time to work out. That's one of the reasons why. I don't have time to work out. Oh, I have school. I have to work. I have this. I have that. But like, time is not something you have. Time is something you make. So you will only make time for what is priority for you. Because if I ask you, what's your screen time? How long do you spend scrolling on TikTok, watching people organize their homes, or whatever? Like, how long do you spend on WhatsApp answering messages, sometimes of people that don't even care about you? Like, how long do you spend wasting your time? How long do you spend wasting your time? Like, if you calculate and sum up all the hours you spend on Netflix, on whatever, and I'm not telling you you shouldn't do that, you should, but okay, if you add up, don't you have 1 hour to take care of your health? Don't you have 1 hour to work out? Don't you have 1 hour to prepare a healthy meal? Don't you have 1 hour, one more hour, for example, to sleep, like for 7 hours instead of 6 or 5? You know, like, these are the simple questions. Like, is your health a priority for you? Because if your health is a priority, you're gonna make time. But if it's not, you're not. So one thing is, I don't have time. Second, people say, I don't go to the gym. You know, I don't have materials. I don't have the equipment. And that's one of the reasons why I started doing, for example, home workouts. I was like, you don't need to go to the gym to work out. You can work out at home. And you do not need to have dumbbells. You can work out with water bottles. You know, you can work out with your own body weight. You can go outside, go for a jog, go for a walk, go for a run, go for the parks that have some, you know, those parks like Repinga, for example. Right. You know, they have some equipment. Yeah. You can do something there.
And it's free to
exactly.
Get in, right? Is it free?
Yes.
To get in and work out with the
Repinga.
Yeah.
Repinga is
like outside.
Is it's an open park. Like, it's literally free.
There's like some what's that, pull-up bars, right?
I don't know.
Are there?
I'm not sure. I mean, I've been there this last weekend, but I didn't pay attention. But I know that some people go there to work out. Okay. You know, that's what matters. Other people say they're just lazy. You know, they procrastinate. They be in the, I'm going to start tomorrow. And then it's been a month. And then it's been 6 months. And then a year. And then it's been 5 years. And then you're old. And, you know, like people being
and you're bearing the consequences
exactly.
of not having.
People procrastinate a lot. So that's also one of the reasons, you know. And what else? Like, there's so many excuses, Layton. But, like, I think time and equipment, like, I don't have the gym subscription, or I don't have the dumbbells in my house. Time and equipment are the main reasons why people say they don't work out. You know, they're the main excuses they give. And yeah, that's basically it. That's what people say.
Given the fact that, I mean, the principal reason for people not working out is because it's difficult, it's hard, and it's not something that's going to give you instant gratification. Definitely. Which leads them to give themselves all the excuses which you mentioned, such as a lack of a time, lack of equipment. Is there a way to make workout more enjoyable or less difficult, or more instantly rewarding?
Yes.
So that these same people can change their perspective on working out and even enjoy doing it.
I love that. I love that question. Because I personally am the type of person that loves enjoying the process. You know, yes, we want long-term gratification, right? Like, we want to actually, okay, you know, like, okay, you're not going to get results right now. You know, you're going to have to wait for some time, and then you're going to get the results. But I really do care about the process. I really do care about the journey towards the results, because I don't want to wait for 6 months and have that one day in which I'm going to be happy because I see the results that I want. No, I want to enjoy every single day during those 6 months. So, like, my question is, first, because people usually come to me like, Shirley, what is the best workout, or what's the best type of workout for a beginner, let's suppose, right? Like, you're beginning. And my answer is always like, the workout that you can do now, that you can do, and that you enjoy. Like, if you enjoy dancing, go dance. If you enjoy jogging, go and jog. If you enjoy muscle, like strength training, go do that. If you enjoy CrossFit, do swimming, do whatever it is that you enjoy and you can do now, you know, like, do that. If you do not have the money now to pay for a gym subscription, but you can work out at home, start with working out at home, you know. So whatever it is that you can do now, and whatever you feel you will enjoy, start with that, you know, because at the beginning, what matters is that you begin. Like, because yes, of course, as you go in your journey, you will want to have specific results, like, okay, now I want to focus on gaining some muscle. Now I want to focus on losing some weight, on toning up, on whatever. Now we're going to give you the proper workouts to get to your result. But if your main objective right now is just to start working out and to be healthy and to get into this healthy lifestyle, do whatever you got to do and you can do and you enjoy doing. Because what matters is that you move, literally. The whole aim of working out is that you move your body, that you exercise your body in whatever way or form.
Right.
So, yeah.
Now, to someone who does not have access to a gym, does not particularly enjoy jogging or dancing, what home workouts can they do? Because to someone who does not train or has never trained for that matter, the person has nowhere to start as far as even structuring a workout.
Yeah.
So what are your tips for that person?
Okay, that's nice. That's a very good question. I mean, I'll keep I'll keep on saying that. But I really do like the questions. But okay, I mean, if you're starting, just start by defining, for example, the amount of times you want to work out per week. Okay? So you are like, okay, I'm starting. So 4 times a week are okay for me, right? Mm-hmm. So you want to work out your whole body. So let me give you a specific and practical example. Let's say somebody will work out for 5 days, okay? Like from Monday to Friday, okay? So like, first, start by defining what kind of workouts you're going to do. Let me give you an example. You want to work out from Monday to Friday. So Monday, for example, you start with a full body workout. Full body workout, what does it matter? You train your legs. For example, you do a squat. And then you're like, okay, train my legs. Now let me do a push-up for my upper body, And then let me do some sit-ups for my abs, And then you can put some lunges, a little bit more for the legs. You can put some... If you have some dumbbells, for example, you can put some row. What is this? I forgot the name of the exercise. Yes, bicep curls, exactly. Some bicep curls. You're like, okay, let me train a bit of my biceps, and then you can do some tricep dips. Work some triceps. That's something you do with the chair, and then you do plank. Okay, and then you're done with your day. Mm-hmm. You did a full body workout. Okay. And then next day you do legs workout. What are some leg exercises? You can always go and find that on the internet, to be honest. Like if you're starting, go to the internet. Like you're gonna find the workouts. For example, leg workouts, they're gonna give you the exercises, and then you choose. You choose some and then you do. I'm telling, like, you're a beginner, right, beginner. You don't have no coaching, nothing. You're just trying something. Right. So you try something, like, and then you go for legs. For example, legs, you can start. Okay, let me squat, let me lunge, let me do some sumo squats, and then do some. What's the names are literally flying right now. Okay. But you do some hip thrusts. And then you do some calf raise and you're done for the day, So, and then the next day you're like, okay, let me do some arms. So you can do like, okay, I want to focus on shoulders, or I want to focus on biceps, or I want to focus on triceps, I want to focus on my, my back, whatever it is. You go to the internet and you put there like exercises for triceps, they're going to give you. Exercises for biceps, they're going to give you. Like literally. So just make sure you work out your whole body and find some simple exercises that you can do with your body weight. Another thing, you can always go to my Instagram page. Like there's some structured exercises, like some structured lives that you can always find there, that I leave from time to time, exactly for people who do not have any coaching but would like to start this fitness journey. So you can always find I usually just tell people go there, you're gonna find it all. Right. Yeah. I
actually was about to mention that. Mm-hmm. You Shirley gave some tips now, but You can find a lot on her Instagram page, even as far as reps and sets, repetitions.
It's
and
a
the
whole
amount
life. You working out with me.
Right, exactly. So there's a bunch of information in Shirley's Instagram account. I'll leave the page down in the description. Shirley, in 2020, you slowly transitioned from workout content to workout content, as well as content relating to motivation and productivity.
Yeah.
I did. What inspired that?
What inspired that? My growth inspired that because I'm a content creator, right? And as a content creator, I've always strived to be as authentic as possible. So like everything I shared were things that I did, were things that mattered to me and that I felt I had to share, right? So like I started with workouts, right? Because that's what I wanted to share in the beginning. I wanted people to be healthier. I wanted people, especially it was COVID time, I wanted people to be able to work out at home in a fun way and in a way that doesn't need you to be in the gym and stuff like that. So that's what I had to share in the moment. But then I started growing and I started realizing that even like with the experience that I had, for example, with working with people who wanted to work out and stuff, I realized that, some mindset work is needed here. You know, it's not only about working out. For example, some things as simple as you do not work out for the looks. You work out for yourself, for you to feel good, to feel energetic. That's a mindset shift. So I started noticing that.
Sorry to cut you off, but you're not discouraging working out for looks. What you're saying is,
No,
on top of looking out for looks,
I would be a hypocrite if I said that, because I personally have some look goals.
Okay.
You know,
Right.
like you always want to look good, Leighton. That's aesthetics. We love aesthetics.
Right.
But like what I'm saying is, I don't want you to obsess on that. You know, because looks change. But like you shouldn't stop working out just because the looks aren't coming right away. You must understand that that's something you're definitely striving towards, but like your goal should be to be healthy, to feel energetic, you know? Because some people, let me tell you, some people work out and they do not have the stereotypical perfect look, like, yeah, under like 1,000 quotation marks, okay? But like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
The stereotypical,
the perfect image of
exactly, the perfect in quotation marks.
What a fit person is supposed to look like.
Exactly, you know, like toned abs and, you know, like for a girl, like big booty, whatever, you know, like toned, like all of that,
right.
You know, tiny waist and stuff. Like some people don't have that, but they're healthy, they're energetic, they're able to run, they're able to do all the activities they're required to be without getting tired. They're able to live their lives happily and healthy. And they work out. And that's okay. And I love that, you know. So like my aim is just to let people know that you do not always need to strive towards this. You can if you want. But what matters is that you're healthy. Because the whole aim of working out is for you to be healthy, for you to live longer, happier, energetically, and stuff like that. Like, that's what actually matters, you know? So, like, I'm not discouraging. We love looks. I love looks. I love that. I love to look good. I love. Like, let me emphasize that.
Yeah.
You know, like, let me emphasize that. So, I definitely do not discourage. But I want to make sure that we know where we're starting from. I know that you have the right mindset, because that's a struggle. Because like if the person doesn't have the right mindset, it's very easy for you to just give up. Like let's suppose some people work out just because they want to get on that dress. You know, there's that dress they need to get in.
Yeah, you made the video,
right? Yeah. I made one. So like some people want to get in that dress. Video. Yes, but it actually is portraying a reality. So like some people want to get in that dress and then they work out, they get in the dress, and then they never get back to working out because that was just a temporary goal and it was a looks goal. But like if you go back to this person's mindset, you'll understand that health was not a priority for them. They didn't care about their health. You know, that's why people get into crazy diets. That's why people literally kill themselves. just trying to fit in, just trying to fit in that dress, just trying to look good. So I just want to make sure that that barrier is broken. You know, I just want to make sure that that mindset is literally deleted, you know, and you get the right mindset. Because if you have the right mindset, and then you can go whatever you want. So that's the thing.
You also introduced Real Talk, which we saw an episode with Giselle. Giselle Maines. And then we saw no more episodes after that. What happened?
Yes. Later, that's a good question.
Thank you.
Real Talk was a series of lives that I was doing for sure, which aimed to interview young Mozambican entrepreneurs to know about their journeys and what they're doing, and to literally give voice to entrepreneurs, right? To give voice to them, to give them the space to talk about what they do, right? So that was it, and I did one episode, but then I was like, this is not where I wanted to be yet, so let me pause for a while.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean it's not where you wanted to be?
Because I wanted that to be a podcast. I didn't want it to be a live series, right? So I was like, okay, pause.
So why did you make it a live series to start with? Why did you make it a live series?
Because I wanted to start somewhere.
Okay.
But then I was like, no, okay, let me pause. Let me focus on other stuff, and let me focus on building like a solid platform for this, and then bring it. Okay, like instead of doing that, let me put all my focus on finding ways of building a solid platform, so then I can bring this. And then when we started, like, Youth Meraki got into
What do you mean
YouTube,
by a solid platform? Like on a different page, or?
I wanted to do a YouTube podcast.
Okay.
Long story short.
Okay.
Yes. So for me, that is the solid thing, right? So this year, Youth Meraki got into YouTube, right? And we started doing study overseas. But now, not so long ago, we also started a new series called Meraki Talks that literally has the same aim as Real Talk. It just came to like Youth Meraki platform and with another name, right? Which is literally the same. And so now it's there. So yeah, that was basically there.
Are you the only founder of Youth Meraki?
When I founded Youth Meraki, like, I am the one who had the idea, right? But in the beginning, like, I did the groundwork with some other people, right? They were co-founders.
Who are
right?
these people? Who are these people?
You want me to name them?
If you don't mind, and if they don't mind as well.
I don't know if they don't mind, so
Okay.
I'll not name them, okay? But it's a group of girls, of friends, you know, that... shout out to you guys. I know you're seeing this. Like, they know themselves, but like, yeah, they help me.
Yeah, shout out to y'all, because the platform is definitely helpful,
So,
educational.
Yeah, they helped me in the beginning with the whole concept, with the whole groundwork. Literally, like, we did everything together. And that was a blessing, to be honest. So yeah, I'm not the only one.
Shirley, you also started MyBest by Shirley Mutevuie.
Yes.
Which is your own page.
Yes.
Where can you explain to the people what that is?
Yes, definitely. MyBest is actually now a brand, but it started as a program, but now it's a brand that has the aim of empowering women to specifically. That is specifically for women. Some exceptions in some programs, but like, it's targeted for women, right? So it has the potential of empowering women and help women achieve their fullest potential. Like, literally.
In what ways?
That's what we do. In what ways? Specifically when it has to do with you achieving your dreams. Like, being specific, being very literal. Like, we want to help you achieve your dreams. That's why we focus on things like productivity. And, you know, like, our programs are mostly based on like productivity, time management, goal setting, you know, like literally how to build your dream life, you know, like, that's literally what we do. That's what we want to help women do.
Can we call it mentorship?
Yes.
Do you have a team that works with you for this, or are you by yourself?
For now, I'm by myself.
What there was a program that you put available that people could access only, I believe, only on the 27th and the 28th of July. People can no longer access as of the 31st of July, can they?
They can.
Okay.
They can, because there was a workshop, right? So it was a live workshop.
Okay.
The workshop dates were like 27 and 28th of July.
For 2 days only.
Yes.
Okay, it was a workshop for 2 days.
Yes, a workshop for 2 days.
Okay.
But the workshop was recorded. So, and like many people asked for it, like asked for the recordings and everything. So now like we put it available.
Okay.
And like this week it's gonna be available, like for whoever wants to buy it, you can still buy it, and you're gonna have the whole bundle. I can say so, like, because it doesn't just come with the workshop videos. Like you have 30 days access to recorded workout videos, and you also have like 30 days of daily fires. What are daily fires? These are audios that I send every single day, to motivate, inspire, and like help you reflect on certain topics that have to do with your life, like everything, time management, relationships, and everything that has to do with life, honestly. Yeah, like rest and all those topics that we need to talk about.
There is a website in the bio of the MyBest by Shirley Mutevuie Instagram page, and when you go to the website, it's My Best Performance Peak. What is that?
Oh, okay, MyBest Peak Performance.
Peak Performance.
Yes,
Sorry.
that is a mentorship program, right? So that's a program that has like 5 weeks, in which it's a group mentorship, actually, right? It's a group mentorship.
What do you mean?
Like it's a mentorship,
Okay.
but it's a group one. Like, because what are mentorships? Like what I usually do is, for example, we have one weekly Zoom call, right? But that's a group Zoom call in which we're all there and we talk about whatever topic we have to talk about. And then that goes on for like 5 weeks. And like inside the group, of course, there are many things that go on, like their daily reflections. There are some private, like one-to-one mentorships that I do with the person, like once a month, just to check in and see where you're at with your goals and like where you're going and stuff like that. But yeah, that's basically a program that aims to help you achieve your peak performance. Like it's a high performance program.
What happens after the 5 weeks?
After the 5 weeks,
Yeah.
what happens is, of course, we're still gonna be in touch, but that's the time you have to like get all the tools, all the things, like to give you that threshold,
Okay.
yeah, you start. But like after the 5 weeks, what happens is that you need to start. You need to keep working. You need to keep working, and I'm definitely there to help and to mentor from time to time, because like when you work with somebody, no matter how like no matter the deadline or when the program finishes, like you still get in touch, you still have access to me. You can still, for example, come to my WhatsApp and ask me about something, and I'm definitely gonna answer. So like after that, it's like you gotta put work, like you gotta do what you gotta do, and I'm there to help if you need.
As of now, the only program you have available is My Best Peak Performance.
As of now, as we're talking, the only
31st of July, 2023.
The only program I have is the My Best Golden Routine Workshop, because yes, the My Best Peak Performance is something that we're gonna upgrade and update. So it's probably only gonna be available like in December or January next year. So yeah, because since it's like it's an intense program. So we don't do it that often, right? It's like, because when I'm working with people, I want to make sure I give my best to these people, and like I'm focused on them, especially now that I'm not starting, but like, yes, I'm still getting very much in the ground, and like I'm still in the process of like, I want to make sure that I give the best results possible. So I'm more laser focused on whoever I'm working with. That's why I don't do it like too many times a year. Yeah.
What you described about the workshop, the workshop golden routine, right? I thought you described it in such a way that I thought that was the My Best Peak Performance program. Because when I see it in the website, all the things that you've listed, the 30 days, that's what I see there, right?
Yes, but it's not the same. And the main difference is the time. Like the content, and the aim are familiar. Like they're from the same field. It's all about peak performance. It's all about high performance. So like we definitely talk about time management and stuff, but like when you do the 5-week course, we go deeper.
Okay.
So like my best golden routine is like an introduction. It's just the doorway, like you get in, you get an understanding of how things work, you get some tools. But if you want to go deeper, now you got to go through a longer process. And that's when like my best peak performance comes in,
Which is why you're upgrading it at the moment.
Exactly.
So that people can access it in December.
December or January. I'm not promising.
Right.
Yeah,
in the future.
It's still working. Yes.
Future.
Yes.
Okay, so the same people who are currently participants of the workshop golden routine can then access that.
Definitely.
It's gonna be an upgrade. Now, how long is the program? It's a 30-day program, right? Workshop golden routine.
Yes, it's a 30-day program, like overall, like because you have the 2 days workshop. But then we keep on working and, like you have, for example, I told you about the workouts. You have access to it during 30 days. And I send the motivational audios for 30 days. And, yeah, that's basically it. So you can call it a 30-day program. But, yeah.
People can join at any point?
Sorry?
People can join the program at any point?
At this point, it's still available. I'm going to make it available for the whole August. But then it's going to stop because it's going to come again in December.
Okay.
Yes.
So whenever someone signs in, let's say the 1st of August or the 20th of August, both of them will have their own 30 days.
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yes, definitely.
Shirley, how do you balance all of these things?
Hey.
Not to mention you're a student, which unfortunately we won't dive deep into due to time constraints.
Yes.
Now, how do you balance Youth Meraki? Real talk at the time while it lasted. Your mentorship programs, your training programs,
and
the content creation, your social life, family. Like, how do you balance all of that? Your workouts yourself. We didn't even get to your workouts.
My workout, because I work out
on top of the content that you make.
Yes,
right?
Definitely. I do work out. Well, Layton, I'm still learning how to do it. Like I'm still figuring out how to balance my, like, all the things that I do. But what I can tell you is basically, it seems like I do too much, but I don't really do too much. I do things, like very few things that have a lot of meaning and impact. Like if we count, what do I have? I have my school, which is my priority, of course. I'm studying, civil engineering student. We're not going to dive deep, but that's what I do, right? That's my priority. And then I have Youth Meraki, right? Inside Youth Meraki, of course, we have the podcasts and all the other work. I have MyBest. These are my 3 things in terms of, like, my career,
right.
Yes. And then I'm entrepreneuring in terms of, like, I invest in some other things and stuff like that, right? For example, I invest in my mother's business, which is Shiny Fitness. Like, I'm in there at some point. Like, I'm an ambassador, and I invest in it, and I work with it, too. And I have my social life and my family. And basically, these are the things that I do. The thing is, I don't get distracted, Lazen. Like, I focus on what I need to focus on. So because I know that I have all these things to do, I manage my time and I divide my time among this. That's why I don't have a lot of time to do nonsense things. And as I told you, like, if you sum up all the time you waste doing things that don't really matter, you realize that you actually have a lot of time. So that's basically what I do. That's why, like, I'm very intentional with my time. I'm very intentional, like, with the way I schedule it, the way I spend it. Like, I love quality time in whatever I'm doing. Like, if I'm working on something that has to do with Youth Meraki, now if I'm interviewing somebody, I make sure I'm interviewing this person. And we scheduled it. We made sure that this day at this time, we're going to be doing this. So we're doing it, and I'm going to be focused on it. I'm not going to do anything else. When it's time to study, I know, for example, I have exams week. Like that week, I'm probably not creating that much content. I'm probably not that social. I'm focusing on my exams. And then it's holidays. I make sure I have time for my friends. I have time for my family. For example, always, like, sometime soon, I'm going to log out of all my social media. I'm just gonna spend time with my family. I'm gonna be focusing on what I need time. So like it's about managing your time and making sure that whatever time you have doing whatever it is that you're doing, you have some quality time doing it. So it's not about having a lot of time. It's about spending your time wisely and intentionally. So like that's how you get to do things and be a person that is actually present in whatever you're doing. So I'm still managing because, for example, this was my first year as a university student, and like before this, I didn't have all these things. Like when I was studying at Willow, I didn't have Youth Meraki. I didn't have MyBest. I wasn't doing it. I was just studying. So like it was a year of me like actually learning how to balance and how to manage my time and how to find myself in all these things. But basically intentionality is the key. Like honestly, sometimes it's not that easy. Sometimes I do not know how I don't manage. I just don't. But like when I do, that's what I do. Just be intentional with my time, and I avoid wasting time. I don't like wasting time because I know that time is precious and I have things to do.
Shirley, thank you for being on the podcast.
Thank you,
Do you have
Layton.
a final message to the people?
Well, first, thank you for watching. And I mean, if you were asking me like to give you some advice on whatever, if I have the authority to do that,
Go ahead, please.
like
Feel free.
just trust yourself. Like always trust yourself. You may be asking right now, like, Shirley, how do you get to do all of that? And I think the main thing is believe that you can actually do it. Believe that you can actually do it. Trust your creativity, trust your intuition, trust that you're capable, and go for it. You're never too young to do things that have impact, and also respect the process. Things take time. Good things take time, and enjoy your life. I always tell my friend, like, enjoy life. Life is good and it's meant to be enjoyed. So enjoy it every step of the way. Don't rush. Don't compare yourself. Just focus on doing you and doing your best. Always be the best you can be.
And I'll leave additional information
Of course.
about all the programs, about your Instagram account and everything.
Feel free.
I love your work, honestly, and that's why I always shared. I've been commenting on your posts since I was actually checking all the posts that you made, and I've been commenting since 2020.
Thank you so much.
And that's
I
because
appreciate you.
Thank you. No worries. And that's because your content is good. It's valuable. It's high quality, and that's why I think people should watch it. And that's actually why I invited you to the podcast, because you're undeniably good.
Thank you.
And people need that information.
Thank you so much.
I'll leave all of the information down in the description. Make sure you like the video. Subscribe to the Action Podcast if you'd like to watch our future podcasts. And if you have any suggestion about any guests for the future podcast, please leave them down in the description. In the comment section. Feel free to leave any recommendation as to future guests you'd like to see on the podcast. Feel free to leave any questions as well in the comments, or make any comment. I'll see you in the next one. It's all about that action. Ya está,